Hey everybody, this is Andrew from Blue Cheese Steakhouse. I just wanted to do this intro video. It's not going to be as flashy as some of the others, but we'll try and answer some basic questions about me and the stake pool and things like that. So first, when did you get involved with Cardano? I got involved with Cardano back in 2017. I'm a software developer, and so what really attracted me to Cardano was their philosophy of developing software. My whole career I've been pushed to rush software out the door before it's truly ready, and I really liked Cardano's philosophy of putting the science first and the research, and then really taking the time to get things right. So that's what attracted me to the project, and so I bought into Cardano back then, probably at the peak, so it wasn't a great time to buy in, but since then I've acquired more and got involved as a stake pool operator because I felt like I could really help out and help the project. So why did I decide to run a stake pool? Mostly for the fun challenge of it. I like a challenge. I like running Linux servers, so I built some brand new hardware for it. The server on top there, that one is, he's named Papa, after Papa Smurf. The one on the bottom there is Brainy for Brainy Smurf. And then we've got a router there and our gigabit Ethernet coming into the whole system. But yeah, I decided to run a stake pool just because mostly it would be fun to play with the technology, get to learn it a little deeper, and see where I could really help out the Cardano ecosystem. Because to me, that's the most important thing. So that's one of the reasons why my pool is a 1% pool. I don't plan on making money off of it or running it as a real business or anything. It's not a full-time gig for me. It's a hobby, but it's a hobby I do take very seriously, and I really appreciate all the people that have chosen to delegate to me. And because of that, we are I think currently ranked #1 in the United States as far as blocks produced on the testnet. So that's really cool. And thank you all for that. So what are some of the reasons that made your stake pool successful? I mentioned it earlier, low fees. We also did a lot of marketing early on. So the website I tried to make as appetizing as possible, putting a big juicy blue cheese steak on the front page, making it attractive. And also the name was a little bit, I wanted it to stick in people's heads. And I read a blog post years ago that said if you use a color or something memorable in the name, like an animal or a color or things like that, it would be memorable. So that's why I went with blue cheese. And also because a blue cheese steak is delicious. The other thing that's made us really successful is I've been creating software called Your Manager since about a month into the testnet. Some of the early builds of Jormungandr were very flaky and would fall behind, get stuck, crash, etc. And so I built a system that could transfer leadership between a bunch of different nodes and pick the healthiest one to be the leader at the time of block minting. And since then, I've shared that open source with the community, and I believe that that's one of the core reasons that the ITN has been successful. So I feel really good about that contribution to the community that I've made. Hopefully, we don't have to have similar software for the Haskell testnet. Hopefully, that's, like Charles has said, a bit more stable. But if need be, we can do something there as well to always keep everybody in the game and minting blocks. The other thing that made me successful was communicating with stake pool delegates, people staking with the pool. And I created a Telegram group very early on and did some social media pushing people to that group. And I try to keep very open communication about what's happening on the testnet, even if it's just, telling them things I'm working on, things we're testing, trying out. I'm always tweaking the system to try and make us a little bit more efficient, trying to win slot battles, anything we can do, I communicate that to the people in my pool. And so hopefully they will stick around for the mainnet. The other thing is, at what price point are you getting out of ADA, getting out of the Cardano ecosystem? You know, at what point will you sell out? For me, I don't think I'm ever going to sell out. I think I would rather see Cardano succeed. And so what that means to me, you know, some people say, oh, well, at $1 I'm out, or at $5 I'm out. I think if ADA rises to that level, it will say more about the failure of the current system than it will say about being time to get out. I mean, if ADA goes to $1 or $5, why would I want to leave that system? Because at that point, ADA will be, in my mind, more valuable than holding any fiat currency. So I think my goal is to stay in until we're successful, and until the whole system is more valuable than any other system out there. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, or find me on Telegram. My handle's Andrew Westberg. One final thought is, a lot of operators have decided to remain anonymous, and that was one of the things I decided not to do early on, is to actually put myself out there, put my real name on my Stakepool website, things like that. I think that helped get delegators very early on, because you know, I landed a number of whales very early on that wanted to know, okay, here's a real person, they're running real hardware, it's a person I can trust. And so that's something I've tried to maintain as well. Again, thank you all for delegating to Blue Cheese Steakhouse. Hope you stick around for the rest of the test net, and we'll be here for the main net as well. Talk to you soon. Bye.